I do want to cite the Austrian philosopher of science, Paul Feyerabend. He wrote a book called Against Method way back, I think in the 90s. And it was all the rage in the academy for a while. And his idea was that when you're seeking that paradigm shift in a Thomas Kuhn kind of nature of a scientific revolution, where you're at an acute point of crisis and then you need something new. You got to break the mold. You got to break the model to really make that quantum leap. So if you believe in Einstein, automatically Newtonian classical mechanics isn't just evolved, but it's wrong. It's a different model of reality. So my additional hopefulness is that out of all of this nonsense and distrust and the breakdown of institutions, that we could reformulate how we share information, how we conduct research, so that it can be truly democratic in the sense that you described, Ken. That we learn some of the lessons of this moment of crisis and we can break open how we do science to be more open minded, to suffer less from the implicit biases that, frankly, have been holding science down. And perhaps some new and amazing innovation can come out of this train wreck when we finally are shaken up to the point where we reject the nonsense and embrace new ideas we otherwise might never have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And just make sure you, like you said, educate the young ones and fund the scientists.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And draw a distinction, and educate yourself.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's all on the individual, right? The power of democracy rests with its citizens. And we all need to take personal responsibility to better educate ourselves and not succumb to this attention deficit disorder that is the internet and is now AI.
Yep. Well put.
Yeah, question authority. I mean, one of the problems that has gotten us here with this, within the scientific publication community, is that they have been marching to meet the same metrics over the last 30 years when everything else has changed. Why are we doing that? Why are we marching this way when the world is going this way? So we're totally with you. We've got some ideas. You got to break things sometimes to start.
And remember the two words that start every great scientific discovery. That's weird.
Yeah. And I think that's a great way to cap it, which is at the heart of the wonder of childhood, is that's weird, is looking around at nature, at our universe and saying, wow, we're sentient beings in a three-dimensional space that's maybe 100 billion light years across from what we can tell. And wow, this is really something. And
truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah, we've lost that wonder. We've lost curiosity. And if we stay curious, we're way more capable and excited about calling out bullshit and embracing not truth, but at least a more viable, pragmatic, and effective path to getting us there.
Totally agree. Well put.
Thanks so much for your book, ladies and gentlemen. Kent Anderson, Joy Moore, the co-authors of How the Internet Disrupted Science. And it's coming out August 4th.
Correct.
I'm going to get this up and out as our own little launch party for you. And if you're not watching us already on YouTube, wherever your podcasts are found, like, subscribe, comment in this information attention-starved economy. At least have a message like this percolate up through the noise, because this book is important. And I think it could help get us where we need to go, which is cutting through all the nonsense.